Would you say studying apologetics can equip a Christian to effectively address common objections and concerns? And then elaborate by telling us how you go about equipping students to defend what they believe as Christ followers.
Absolutely. So I kind of touched on it a little earlier, is just, a Christian who's actively studying their word, actively spending time with God. And I say active because there's a very passive way to engage with God, which is I did my daily Bible reading, I'm done, and I've done the God thing. Ooh. And so there it is. Ooh. Or I went to church on Sunday.
She's stepping on toes.
There's a difference. That's passive. Active, it's alive in your life. You know that all of my decisions, my thinking, my beliefs, all are filtered through that engagement with the word, that engagement where the word reminds me when I'm off the path a little, or reminds me to come deeper, or reminds me I'm carrying something that I'm not supposed to, So I remind them, if you're already there actively, you're already at that first step of apologetics because you're defending something you actually practice.
Yeah, that's good.
There's nothing like someone trying to sell you something they don't actually use. Not that you're selling the faith, but that's the simplest example of.
No, that's good.
You don't want someone to give you something they don't use. It's trash. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's a place for that.
I can't take you seriously. You don't even use this thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I intentionally want to equip my students to begin in the word. I can teach you all of these things. We have a lot of books that we read, a lot of great information that gives us different methods to use with different people from different walks of life and different faiths. But if you don't study the word, if you're not both a student of apologetics and a student of the Holy Spirit, you're going to fall short. You're going to miss the mark, and then you're going to find yourself really leaning more into what you know and not into who you know. Ooh. It's really about Christ,
That's
right?
A word right there.
He's who we know. And with all that I know, with all of the information that I've learned over the years, my first step is, Holy Spirit, teach me. What do you want to say to this person? What do you have on your heart concerning this issue? I know what this issue is, but I don't know them. You do. And so teach me what that is. And so, we walk through that in conversation. We walk through that when they're writing their papers, reminding them these are real people we're walking with. Jesus wants their heart. He just doesn't want them to have a religion. He wants their heart. He wants them to give their life. And so we have to consider while you're an apologist, you're a safe place at the same time. And so people don't turn on walls for people that aren't safe.